Alright, Chase Lee Hockey here, Blue Futon. If you watched my channel or the little post I made, you know the whole list of movies I'll be seeing this week. And this one was Dogma in 4K. So of course, I think it's his 20 or 25 year anniversary. And it's pretty simple premise. Two angels trying to get to heaven, and they're going to do some shenanigans at a church to go through the arcs as humans, come out, get killed, and go back to heaven. But in doing so, basically wipe out the earth, and you have an all-star cast: Affleck, Damon, Hayek, Rickman, Grok, Muse, Smith, just a whole bunch of gore in this movie. And let's talk about the 4K transfer. I think it looked pretty good overall. Of course, there were some scenes that didn't benefit from it. For example, when they were running to the scene of, we call it the last battle sequence, and it was like, yep, that's grainy. That didn't get the great or right 4K transfer, but there's other parts that looked really good. This is kind of like 28 Days Later, since it was such a low budget, style of movie that gained the 4K quality. I don't know, if it was going to get good enough transfer or not, which I find weird, because when you watch like John Wayne's The Searchers from WB, that's a fantastic 4K transfer, like blows out of the water. So you see this, you're like, I wonder how each 4K transfer or restoration gets treated differently. The movie itself, I do think it still has a decent message of belief, ideas, and everything like that. I mean, it's acted pretty well. The overall story is pretty good. I understand, like, at the time this release was like, panned, not by critics, but church and Catholic for that. Which, I mean, you think about that, it's like you can't make a movie about this about the Islam religion or Muslims. You just cannot, because you would get, your head chopped off or stoned or thrown off a roof. You kind of get what I'm getting at. Of course, the Catholic religion is something that can be made fun of pretty constantly, and it still goes through. But I do think the message overall is pretty good, and the overall aspect of the changing of characters of, like, Affleck and Damon it's a good, twist of the story. And I just think overall it does its job for what Kevin Smith is trying to do. It does make me say one thing about Kevin Smith, though, is when you look at this, Clerks, Clerks 2, Jay and Silent Bob, and then like you look at like the reboot of Silent Bob and Clerks 3, it's like, where did that humor go? Because I kind of want that raunchy, humor of these older movies. Chase out here, the Blue Futon. Like, comment, subscribe. One of these Butontopia. You Blue Futon, stay watch for a good day. I can watch the tape tomorrow, week for a month, and 100 hours. So freak one of you. Peace and love. Peace and love. And did you watch Dogma in 4K?